Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review one of the nominees for Best Animated Feature at the Academy Awards this year. So this was a 2017 release. This is The Breadwinner, and this is from Cartoon Saloon, who honestly, up there with Laika, are my favorite animation companies because they created The Secret of Kells and Song of the Sea, which I absolutely love. I love Irish culture, and those films are so fantastic and cool and mystical and just incorporates all these interesting things. And going into this, like, I didn't realize, because like I saw like things about this, I didn't realize this was a Cartoon Saloon film right away because it wasn't based around Ireland. This takes place in the Middle East and deals with a lot of issues there, and boy is this a heavy film. And going into the Academy Awards, I was like, Coco's the only real deserving nominee this year for animated feature. And then I saw this film, and I'm like, oh crap, I don't think Coco should have won. And I absolutely loved this film, and honestly, I had to rethink some of my top films of the year, and this actually would crack my top 10 looking back. So, edits. This was kind of like 2016 when I finally saw Hunt for the Wilder People and was like, holy crap, this is one of my favorite films of the year. Didn't see it in time. But looking at this film, this was directed by Nora Tomei, who does a lot of the directing for Cartoon Saloon, but this was written by Anita Duran, and this really focuses in on what's going on in the Middle East and culture and Muslim culture, and it's about a man who's taken to prison, and his young, like, the family is a baby boy, a mother, and two daughters, and women weren't allowed out by themselves in public, so they couldn't even go get food, so this young woman cuts her hair and pretends to be a boy. And it deals with a lot of heavy themes and stuff like that, and puts in a lot of questions, and is very challenging things to put into a kids movie because it's animated. But this is a very mature film, and it's so beautifully animated and so well put together, which all of Cartoon Saloon's animation is absolutely gorgeous, and they have a really cool 2D animated style. And what I love about this film, because like I was expecting, this seems like a really realistic film for this animation company, but what it does is this young woman loves to tell stories and tells this story, and the fantasy elements of that story, it's intense and gorgeous and interesting and fantastical, and just the visual storytelling that's going on while she's telling her stories is so cool. And but that story has such an interesting, heavy undercurrent to what's going on in this young woman's life, and it's just like, holy crap, I was not expecting that. And this film is really powerful, and I don't want to give away too much because this is on Netflix, so go check it out on Netflix. It's so going to be worth your time. It's such a beautiful film. The music by Jeff and Michael Dana is so gorgeous. It incorporates very culturally relevant forms of music for the Middle East, and it's so beautiful and really captures the environment going on. And this is also very brutal and takes a very hard look at certain things going on in this culture, and I would highly recommend just taking your time to watch this because it's powerful and intense, yet gorgeous and fantastical. And this really shows how much brilliance Cartoon Saloon has and why they should get more attention for their beautiful work in animation. And because, like, this isn't a kid's film that's just going to be... It's no Boss Baby. It's no Ferdinand, which Ferdinand's a nice film, but, like, it doesn't really... It has very, very surface level specific themes like a lot of kids movies have. This doesn't this doesn't sit as a be who you are on the inside. It's like that's such a overly cliched theme in kids films, and like this animated film deals with so many deeper, harder things and about growing up and like taking charge of your family and being the breadwinner for your family and really having to grow up early. And this film pulls no punches. There's some brutal moments, and not to the point where it's like gratuitous, but it's shot so beautifully and staged so well that it hits the impact but doesn't glorify like the violence and stuff like that. And that's something really well done in this film. I'm gonna give The Breadwinner an A plus.